school, 205-0 with 4 state titles.
Yeah, to come right into high school as a true freshman and go undefeated is one thing, but to go 205-0 in your high school career is quite an accomplishment. He's a North Carolina kid. This is a big opportunity for him to wrestle in front of some home fans.
He's 5-5 on the season, so for him that had to be strange times based on that incredible success in high school, but obviously a big jump into the ACC.
Yeah, big jump coming into college, but it is definitely a change when you go from somebody who's more of a world beater in high school, who's used to always getting your hand raised and everybody in the room is now good and everybody you're competing against was a state champion level wrestler. It's a different experience to kind of overcome that physical and mental hurdle.
Riley Rowan has been splitting time.
Comeback and nearly pull off a big comeback win at 184 pounds that could have ended up winning them the duel. Rowan here has been looking to attack off this left side underhook. Stinson's had good head position here, kind of controlling some of the ties, though Rowan's still getting to this underhook.
55 seconds left in the first, still no score. 205-0 in high school with 4 state titles. There's, I think, only 10 people in the nation's history to pull that off at the high school level.
Yeah, I mean, in any state that you're in, not losing a single high school regulation match is really impressive. And to do it wrestling over 50 matches a year, to not just kind of make a mistake one time, I mean, it speaks to your preparation. It speaks to so to not lose at all, really impressive. And Stinson gets out here pretty quickly.
The first point of the match,
good
and
low
then
shot.
Yeah,
trying to build out the back door here.
How about the speed of that low shot too, Rhino?
Really good timing, and that's a great time to score right off an escape. You expect to kind of get back into a hand fight. Rowan's doing a nice job here, though. And he gives up the 2. As we said, a guy who won a lot in high school, is used to getting there and made the most of that opportunity.
Actually, it's Rowan. They both, I think, maybe had a little bit of blood, and perhaps Stinson had some of Rowan's blood. I'm not totally sure, but you see Glenn Lanham standing over there. You know the Duke coaching staff well. Tell us a little bit about the Duke coaching staff, Rhino.
Glenn Lanham's been very successful here at Duke. He's a hard-nosed coach. Oh, nice slide by attempt by Rowan.
Rhino, I don't know how you feel about moral victories, but this is solid from Rowan to be only down 4-1 here against the talent. It's going to be Adams versus Oakley for Duke and North Carolina, respectively. Raymond Adams at 133, a sophomore for Duke.
And Oakley, a transfer from Appalachian State, multiple-time NCAA qualifier, won the Southern Conference Championship last year and ended up going 2-2 at the NCAA tournament. He's got some really nice wins this year.
Oakley, a 3-time North Carolina. His last win coming in the Southern Scuffle against Davidson's John Hager. Talking about Raymond Adams for the Duke Blue Devils.
Adams is doing a nice job so far, kind of connecting his hands, a little 1-2 action to get to his left side underhook, which is stifling some offense and getting him into short offense. He's going to have to move Oakley better here, kind of bounce him off the mat, change direction.
His last win coming in the Southern Scuffle against Davidson's John Hager. Talking about Raymond Adams for the Duke Blue Devils.
Adams is doing a nice job so far, kind of connecting his hands, a little 1-2 action to get to his left side underhook, which is stifling some offense and getting him into short offense. He's going to have to move Oakley better here, kind of bounce him off the mat, change direction.
Really kind of showed that Duke every year, they were sending 5 guys to the Nationals.
Yeah, sending half the lineup is a big accomplishment, especially for a program like Duke. And, at that time, Duke was, showing up in the top 25 in the team rankings or the dual rankings. And, they're trying to get back there and build that culture back up to find the guys who can get the program back to that level.
Yeah, you almost feel like he's what he had hoped would be that 1-point escape. I don't see it happening here, Rhino.
Now, belly down, 10 seconds left. Tall task to end up getting one here. It looks like Oakley's going to ride out this period with 2 minutes of riding time. And I suspect he'll take the bottom position to start the third.
So Oakley, 13-4 in his first season with the Tar Heels. And
in a match like that, Adams gets to your leg to kind of have some panic, especially up 1-0. And Oakley did a nice job slowly changing his position, squaring up, getting to his crotch lock, and stifling that, getting back to his feet.
Adams with no choice but to try a shot. It was more of a flail, I would say, that time, Rhino.
Yeah, went for misdirection, and Oakley's kind of all over it and really kind of solidified himself as someone we should see at the national tournament come March.
It's Christian Coleman, the senior from Doylestown, Pennsylvania, Germantown Academy, at 141 for Glenn Lanham's Duke Blue Devils.
Coleman's a guy who really likes to get to a 2-on-1 tie from his feet. He likes to catch it off the opponent's attack. So he's going to have to get there early and often to try to stifle Jaden Scott in this first period.
First 3 of this match, and Scott with a 3-0 lead. And Coleman's been a regular for Lanham the last 3 years. Record's not there, but he's been ready to go, at least for Coach.
He's been dependable. Availability has been his calling card here, staying healthy, and at least giving somebody to battle out there on the mat. Looks like you're the UNC corner, you like to see that from him. Get those reps, getting out on bottom quickly.
Give me your ties, Christian. Hey, back to your ties here. Here you go,
Coleman gets that 2-on-1. Scott pushing his head away. Coleman's going to have to get better head position to use this.
There you go, cool, cover, go.
Scott, number 24 in the country.
Find it again.
And he's got a pretty decent...
His knees behind Coleman's leg here to kind of lock that knee in, because he can either come to his feet with this single leg or reach across to that far ankle and drive through for his takedown. Good kind of subtle positional switch there to secure his 3 points.
That was a great look at it too, wasn't it?
Yeah, beautiful camera work here. Coleman's just kind of trying to hold position here, it looks like.
Yeah, if Scott can somehow get released and get his body around, he would have that bonus point, but now they're going to reset.
He's going to have just under 15 seconds to go get it.
Coleman knew it was coming. And it looks like he's content riding it out.
Still a top 10 guy in the country. There's really no pressure on you. You can kind of wrestle free. There's not as much expectation. And you get to feel one of the best guys in the country and know this is where I want to get to. What is making this guy get to the next level? McNeil secures a nice single leg.
I like that breakdown on the freedom. The only thing is sometimes you can get treated like a rag doll if you're too free, right?
Yeah, it's a bit of a learning experience.
McNeil gave him a little breathing room, but not much. Lachlan McNeil, one of the best in the country, has given North Carolina a big lead over Duke. Back inside Cameron Indoor through 4 of the 10 matches. including the pin from McNeil.
A little bit of a surprise. You know, he's a guy on Tuesday as Duke's down in that match against Gardner-Webb who comes up with a huge pin that tries to get his team to rally back. And he's trying to start something here again.
I'd like to see him have just a little bit more time to see if he could get Santiago back in play.
It looked like they were still working there on the Santiago with this ankle ride. Ferrero clears it nicely, but he's running out of time in this period.
Certainly has not been a walk in the park for Santiago, mainly just because of the out of the gun start from Ferrero.
So one of our more active, kind of competitive first periods tonight. Both guys, a number of shots, no wasted motion. Ferrero's starting to really slow down.
9-2 the score. Bonus point in play, so that means bonus point as a team as well.
Ferrero goes roll through here, and he ends up in on the leg, and he makes a mistake to go to cover the head instead of running to cover that backside hip.
From the riding time.
It'll be interesting to see as Santiago tries to work for his escape. Does he try to go feet to back at all, or just try to secure a takedown to get the tech fall? Late scratch for Wallace, replaced by Nick Tatini here, who takes on Amari Alvarez from UNC.
So Tatini in the gray singlet, Alvarez in the Carolina blue.
Tatini typically wrestles at 157 pounds. Takes a shot. Alvarez with the counter. Nice shuck by there. That was beautiful.
3 more for Alvarez. It's 9-1, and he's got the riding time.
Did a really nice job getting to an ankle ride, elevating that right to a leg ride.
To be proper, I'm here with Dr. Dylan Rhino Ryan, a neurologist at Duke, which has got to be a thrill for you, I would think.
It's
great at the NCAAs. Those are some big-time personalities. Rock didn't back down.
Oh, no. You know, talking right with Jordan Burroughs and Daniel Cormier. You know, Rock laying down the law on those officiating rules. I love it. Slower second period here so far. And I jinxed that right with a low single. Tatini squares up. Alvarez is up from the tripod. Stand up Tatini with a nice lift and return. Tatini's looking like he's trying to catch this wrist, but Alvarez uses elbow off to get inside. He's not really chaining that together, and then he's out. Really nice job kind of listening to that staff. Kind of address it. We've seen the calls from the corner and the wrestlers kind of immediately going to that action.
I think Coach Ramos would like to see a little more actually in that final 14 seconds. I mean, they got the win, but they were looking for more.
Yeah, I think they were looking for more here, and Alvarez off this underhook with a nice time reshot, gets to a double leg, and they're starting to put it together at the right time, and they have lofty goals coming into this dual season as they head towards the postseason.
And Rhino, you know the Ogun Sanya name pretty well because he had brothers that wrestled at Army.
Oh yeah.